All right, so on a day when I don't know if the kids understand what's going to go on with the move or not, but they're starting to find out. No time for playing, all packing. But a lot of stuff going on today, so I'm like, I kind of have to do a news video because there's so much stuff going on. Brian Elliott. Sorry, I have a Halls. Throat's been killing me this morning. So yeah, great. Perfect timing. Brian Elliott's been activated. He's now on the main roster. He did a stint down in the American League. He's good to go, which means that right now, Brian Elliott, Carter Hart, Cam Talbot, and Mike McKenna are all on their roster. You can't carry four goalies for very long without demoting, and it's not going to happen. So Elliott's going to get moved. They didn't bring in Talbot, so they're going to trade Talbot again a week later. And I believe that if Neuwirth comes back off the IR, I think he's going to get moved as well. It's a question of who would take Elliott right now, and what do you get back for him? So yeah, Philly has four goalies. Go Philly. It may be a plan. Maybe there's a rule that needs to be clarified somewhere. Maybe they found some kind of a loophole where they think they can play two goalies at the same time. Maybe. Ladd and Hickey are back from their AHL stints, so they're back, they're healthy, and that's an addition for the New York Islanders, a team that could always use some depth, and now they acquired it by guys coming back from injury. That may be all of the moves that Lou Lamoriello needs to make. None. Nathan Beaulieu has gone public to the press again about his frustrations. He's been frustrated previously about his role with the Buffalo Sabres. He's only played one game since January 16th. I think Buffalo's been shopping him. I don't think there's been any takers. I think that's what it is. And I don't know that changes by the deadline. Maybe. Patrick Eaves is on waivers. Anaheim places him on waivers. He's been pointless in 7 games. And it's an absolute crying shame. It is. But I do think he's winding down his career. And that's just too bad. Because he was a good player, and it's just he's not getting it back. So, all the best to him. I would imagine he clears waivers. I can't see him not clearing waivers. Corey Crawford is not traveling with the Chicago Blackhawks, so he won't play tomorrow in Detroit, but he's close. They're saying he's medically cleared. It's just they're not taking him to Detroit. They're taking precautions. Good, that's perfect. Tavares sure has been in the headlines. So, Robbie Shrimp, does an interview, I should say, after his tweet. Kind of doubled down on it a little bit, saying, look, I'm just giving my opinion of what I thought of the guy. And says, I can understand if he was that way with the Islanders, and maybe he's better with Toronto, I don't know. But now, there's a lot of talk from Toronto about how he's the Zen master, and he's all relaxed, and he's chill. I'm not sure how the perception that he's not necessarily captain material would matter since he's in Toronto, where he doesn't need to be captain. Right? It may very well be that Tavares being in Toronto is perfect for him because he doesn't have to be the leader. It's sort of like when Phil Kessel went to Pittsburgh and he's like, oh, this is great. I can be the third best player on the team and nobody's going to complain. I can come in, I can just do what I do, enjoy myself, and go home, and I'm not going to read all these articles about how terrible and crappy I am. Not going to see wanted posters around the building and fake milk cartons saying, have you seen this guy anymore? So ironically, Tavares goes to Toronto, and because you've got Marner, because you've got Matthews, because you've got Nylander, because you've got all these other star names, he doesn't have to be the guy, which he was with the Islanders. And the Islanders treated him like he was the guy because they wanted him to stick around. So it was, what would you like, Mr. Tavares? How would you like that, Mr. Tavares? Like, I'm sure it grated on some other players. They're like, look, there's other guys in this room. So that I don't think has changed. And I have to applaud Shrimp for being willing to come out and answer it publicly. Byfuglien is not traveling on Winnipeg's 3-game road trip. So he's out for at least 3 more games. Will the Winnipeg Jets be looking to maybe add a body on the blue line that can do some of the physical stuff that Byfuglien normally does? The Ottawa Senators have given Stone a serious major offer. They're looking to get a response from him in 48 hours. I would think if he doesn't respond or if he says no to that serious offer, he's on his way out of town. And Melnick has proven already he has no problem getting rid of star players if he thinks they're asking for too much money. The Canucks have signed Michael Leighton for the rest of the season. You know, the goaltending issue in Vancouver is really alarming. They brought Leighton in because they got McKenna from the Senators, and then they waived him, and then McKenna got claimed by Philly, and the Canucks didn't have a backup plan. There really wasn't one. So yeah, there really wasn't any kind of backup plan, and the Canucks have kind of since then been trying to do something makeshift. Because then, of course, Demko gets injured, right? Demko gets injured, and who are you going to call up? Oh, well, we'll call up DiPietro because we don't have anybody in Utica that we have on an NHL contract. Now they got Leighton on an NHL contract. Of course, they acquired Mazanix. So, you know, they're just basically throwing money and you know, the help us call out to as many as they can. And they're kind of stockpiling goalies for the rest of the year. Okposo has his third concussion in less than 6 years. So Kyle Okposo of the Buffalo Sabres got hurt on Friday, and the team revealed today that it's a concussion. And I mentioned this before. When it is multiple concussions over a period of time like that, that's alarming. And Okposo, 30 years of age, you have to ask yourself, how many games is he going to miss? Does Buffalo at this point see themselves as a playoff contender? Do they want to get a rental to get into the playoffs with Okposo out? How much more likely are they to go out and get a rental? Or how much more likely are they to say, well, we're just going to leave it as it is and see how it goes? Paul Byron's back in the lineup for Montreal, which means Dale Weiss has been demoted to the American Hockey League. So the feel-good story of Weiss and Thompson, now it's just Thompson. We'll see how things work out with Montreal. Weiss added for some depth and a little bit of, I think they expect the gritty side from him. But Byron being back, Weiss would be the guy that they'd get rid of. So there you go. A lot of different minor little things that don't qualify for their own video. A lot of stuff going on today, and I've covered as much as will fit on the board. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video, and hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.